hear Houston's big personalities, you know you're on KULF. Jim Tate, Ron Morgan, Hal McClain, Joe Bauer, Jim Shannon, Gary Hoffman, Jeff Mac. When you hear Houston's big personalities, you know you're on KULF.
27 minutes after 5 o'clock, Joe Bauer Show. Robert A. Knowlton standing by. Sit down, Bob. All right, sitting by, and he'll have it all. After this. Hello, Seekers. See the girl dance? 15 minutes after 4 o'clock, and if I'm not mistaken, we have the live... Oh, there it is, right there. You shouldn't do that. You'll bring it in first. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a projector. A young lady from the library. You must be Marion the librarian, huh? That's what I thought. Well, thank you, Marion, and I'll put... Thank you. There she goes. Okay, working good. Good. All right. All right, turn it off. Thank you. We're going to have our movie coming about 6-7 minutes. As soon as we get things straightened out here, I have to get the clipboard to find out what exactly the movies are for today. All right, and we'll have the weather before that.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brief message from Mr. Dan Boone.
That's working good. All right, our what is first? Coming attractions? Marion's nodding. Oh, lovely girl. There she is out in the other room. Hi, Marion. You devil. Okay. Coming attractions. Starting this Wednesday at this particular theater, Ben Barnes in Shaft. And, of course, Friday at most neighborhood theaters, Raquel Welch in The Amazing Transplant. We'll get to today's feature in just a moment.
Get yourself a jazz beer, a right tasting brew. Get yourself beers in one, 'cause Jack's the brew with a taste you can hold on to.
Jackson Brewing Company, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's afternoon movie is a love story entitled Nicholas and Alexandra, the story of how Santa Claus spends his summer. Starring Lee Marvin as Old St. Nick, Mamie Van Dorn as Alexandra, and Fritz the Cat as various characters. Our scene opens today in Santa's summer workshop in a small mining town out east. Open scene.
The Earl of Strafford.
That must be Santa Claus there.
My good Lord Strafford. Welcome back to
It is. Oh, no. Now what? Oh, what a spot to be in. First movie, and now it's something wrong with the projector, is it? Oh.
KULF Radio, KULF.
There's Shelby Flint, Angel on My Shoulder on 79 Radio, Joe Bauer Show. Sing it, kiddo. Are you ready?
Listen. 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 It's time for Cash Call.
Hello, is this Mrs. Laurie? Mrs. Barbara Laurie? Oh, how are you?
Hi.
This is Joe Bauer at KULF Radio.
How are you?
Well, I'm tired, overworked, underfed, underpaid, and we're on cash call right now on the radio.
Oh, mercy. Don't tell me you're calling me to ask how much money's in something.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing, yeah. This is my own little contest that I run on my show, see? And do you know how to play the game?
Well, not really, except I've always been sure the odds are against me of ever being called.
Well, hopefully the odds are in my favor this time. Now, I'll tell you how I play the game. First of all, I find out how much money you have on you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely nil.
You have nothing?
Right.
Got anything in the cookie jar?
Oh, let's see, there probably is about $4 in the baby's game.
$4. Well, listen, Mrs. Laurie, that's not bad. I'll send a man over to pick it up. Can I send a man over for your $4?
No, uh-uh.
Make sure your telephone is out of order, off the hook, or that you're out of town, because next time we might be calling you.
KULF.
Hey, she's a nice lady, Mrs. Laurie. Thank you, huh? Thank you very much. Playing cash call. I didn't get my $4, but I'm gonna work on it. We'll have some more games, and I may make some money on the deal, and I might not. Here's Black and White, 23 after 5 o'clock. Black and white, of sight, out of sight, 3 dog, 9:25 after right. Well, after 5. I catch it. This Joe Bauer Show on KULF.
We at Jacoby Lincoln Mercury talked with some gals about some cars, and then we showed them a picture of our new Capri. What kind of car do you like to drive the most?
It has to be a 2-door.
Yeah. I don't know.
An economical car.
Yeah, something small and economical and easy to park.
Are you from Boston?
Yeah, near Boston.
Downtown Lincoln Mercury,
Jacoby, Mila McClay, downtown.
Very sexy.
24 minutes before 6 o'clock on the Joe Bauer Show, KULF Radio. Did you catch the Pete and Dan show last night? First time I got a chance to see it was last night after the Bear Viking game. Of course, I was pulling for the Vikings since I'm originally from Minnesota, and Bears just ran all over them. That's the way it was. But the Pete and Dan show was great, and I thought the highlight of the show had to be head coach Pete's stockings. You had to be there. You had to see it, huh? He had the thigh-high socks on. I think they were great. I got to find out where he gets them.
The service-free car. Is it a pipe dream or a possibility? Yeah, Ron Morgan, 9 to noon, is really people to like music by. What's that? Morgan, M-O-R-G-A-N.
Houston knows that lots of radio shows, and in my mind remaining, when Ron Morgan's on the radio, you're gonna find it entertaining. You're gonna find it entertaining. You're gonna find it entertaining. On KULF.
This is so pretty. Sandy Williams, the Hawaiian wedding song. Oh, gosh.
This is the moment.
Andy Williams, the Hawaiian wedding song on KULF, 16 minutes before 6 o'clock in the evening.
Howdy, Mr. Bad. How are you doing, boy? You doing pretty good, Tab-Up?
Good, PR man. PR man, a public relations director here at KULF.
That's right. Listen, here's what I got planned for you. I'm going to make a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? You follow me? You understand?
Yeah, sure do. A publicity stunt. I'm all for it. And within reason, of course.
Well, this is the way I look at it. I'm going to get hold of Dan Pastorini, you see? You know who he is?
I certainly do.
Dan Pastorini. Who is he?
Well, he's the quarterback, the Houston Oilers.
Oh, that's right. See, I'm just testing your memory, you dodo. Listen, now here's what I'm going to do. You are going to go out with him. See, I'm going to get the papers out there, and he's going to lift you up above his head, you know, like a barbell.
I was afraid you were going to say
dumbbell. No, I wouldn't say that. He's going to lift you up like that, see? And I'm going to get papers and everybody there, take lots of pictures. And then we can say that the Houston Oilers are finally getting good press. You see, like a press and...
Oh, you're reaching for that one.
Well, yeah, that's press. Well, I thought it would work, see?
It's going to be too difficult anyway, because the fact that, you know, that my weight, you know, he's going to lift me up there and I'll be wiggling around. I'm a wiry fella, you know, I'm small, but I'm wiry.
Well, that's another thing I thought, because it's actually dead weight, you know?
He always leaves before you get a chance to grab him, you know? That's frustrating, man. PR man. Well, listen, it's 69 degrees. It's one thing in our favor.
The ink is black, the page is white.
Huh? Did you hear the story in the news about Mike Walker? Mike Walker, who was the heavy man, I believe it was at the circus last year that was in town here in Houston, and he was hospitalized. He then weighed over 1,000 pounds. He is now down to something like 920 pounds, so he's lost a couple of hundred pounds at any rate, and he's on a 1,500 calorie a day diet. My mother-in-law was on the same diet. Here comes one. Are you ready for it? Yes, she was. She was losing 8 pounds a week, as a matter of fact, and still on the diet, and we figure by this time in June we'll be rid of her altogether. Did you like that? Not at all. Didn't care for it, huh? Well, I told you. Just hang with me. See what's up. So 7 before 5 o'clock, KULF.
Sid Suit City, Benny speaking.
Yeah, Benny.
Yes, sir.
Benny, it's Joe Bauer here.
Oh, hiya, Bowsy. Very busy today, Joe. Can't talk long.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Funny you should say that, Joe.
Say what?
Up, Joe, up, because Sid is upstairs right now in the John Glenn room putting the final touches on the spacesuits, you know?
On the spacesuits?
Well, naturally, Joe, naturally. On the inside of all the spacesuits, there's a Sid Suit City label.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no, Joe, would I kid a kidder? Would a kidder?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Sure. Now listen, Joe.
Yeah?
I gotta get going. I gotta get Sid on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he delivers these suits personally, you know. This is big time. First he's gotta go to the Gene Cernan home, you know.
Yeah.
And then to the Commander Evans estate.
Yeah.
But, oh, wait a minute. First he's gotta go to Schmidt House, Joe.
Benny?
I said the Schmidt house, Joe. Schmidt house.
All right. Okay.
Dr. Schmidt, you know. He's a rockologist, Joe.
Yeah, geologist, I think.
Well, same to you. Arrivederci, Joe.
You going, huh?
Keep 'em flying.
Okay.
79 KULF.
My name is Schroeder. I'm with Robert Steamship Agency. I'm still in the office right now. I'm on my way to a wedding party, a wedding reception. There's not really a formal reception. There's a guy who works for me in the office here.
Yeah.
And they had some kind of arrangements made for a preacher to show up at their home and to marry them, and he didn't show up. Now all kind of guys and ladies are going out to their house, and there's no preacher. They can't get married. Now, I don't go to church regularly. I'm sorry. And that gentleman, he's a shy boy. He's 29 years old. He doesn't either.
You say you don't go to church regularly?
No.
Well, you know you're going to have to suffer the consequences for that.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I realize that.
Okay. Well, let's get on with the rest of the story here.
I try to help him. I try to get a preacher. We don't know who to turn to. We already called the International Seamen's Mission, but nobody answered the phone there.
You need a preacher.
That is correct.
Now, seriously, I tell you what we'll do. We'll ask on the radio. All right?
All right.
And perhaps we'll get a call from a preacher.
Okay.
All right? And then I can get you hooked up with some preacher for this ceremony.
Yes, the best would be
nothing stands in the way of love.
Oh, very good. That's why I depend on you. I listen to you right now. I listen to you every day, but that's what
Great show, don't you think?
I'd like you to get the telephone number.
Do you think I just have a fantastic show?
Pardon?
Don't you think I have a fantastic show?
Yes, you sure do.
Think there's anything we can change to make it a little better than it is? At all?
Let's start right now.
All right. Well, I think you have a fine idea.
All right.
Why don't you want to give a phone number to put out over the radio?
Yes.
All right. Now, you might get some crank calls, but then again, you might get a preacher that might be able to come to your aid here.
All right.
Let's try it. All right. Give a phone number.
Okay, fine. 664-2152.
2152.
And that's the girl is going to answer that's supposed to get married tonight.
Okay. Now, this is on the level, right?
That's right. Her name is...
Oh, wait, don't say her name, because then, the papers will get a hold of it, and they'll blow it out of proportion. You know how papers are.
All right. Very good.
A lot of people watching that game, and this is the time to push their promotions for the coming week. You ever notice that? And they have the play-by-play announcers do it. Ray Scott yesterday was promoting everything under the sun for the coming week on CBS or whatever network it was on. So I thought I'd reenact that and give you an idea of how it could sound. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the ball game reenacted from yesterday. A little crowd noise. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the biggest game of the year in the Central Division, the Battle for the Crown. I'm Ray Spott, along with Pat Summersault, bringing you all the action. The Vikings won the toss, and they'll receive. There's the kickoff, and it's a beauty taken by West. He fumbles, and there's a scramble for the ball. And don't forget, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on CBS, Lucy wakes up with a hangnail, and confusion reigns when she discovers it's not hers. Back to action now. It's Vikings 7, Green Bay nothing on a fantastic 90-yard run by West just seconds ago. Green Bay has the ball now on a Viking 23, and it's a crucial third down situation. 3 yards to go, rather. There's the snap. Scott Hunter looking for Brockington, who is deep, and there's the pass. A gang of marauders give Matt Dillon a real headache in Dodge City tomorrow night on Gunsmoke, while Doc kids Kitty about her rheumatism. With time out on the field, it's Green Bay 20, Minnesota 7. Now Viking quarterback Fran Tarkenton has the ball, hands off to Bill Brown. Brown's around one man, now another one, and he's back. He breaks another tackle, and there we go. And don't forget the ABC special of the week, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, starring Don Knotts and Raquel Welch. Boy, there's a pair, and Don Knotts is pretty good, too. Like that one, Pat? Okay. Well, that's it, folks. We're all out of time. This is Ray Spott and Pat Summersault saying thanks for joining us. The final score, once again, was Green Bay 75, and we're out of time.
79 KULF.
That's a wedding song. There is love. Petula Clark. And that was my request. Lady called and said she wanted to hear that song because she was going to marry off her mayor. And I thought she said mayor, M-A-Y-O-R, right? And I just... Call out, Fowler, get a hold of all the guys. Quick, we got a big scoop. The mayor's getting married. Turned out it was her mare, M-A-R-E, mare. And she was, doing something, but the horse is out there in the barn. So there it is, anyway. Petula Clark and the wedding song for her and her mare. 18 minutes before 5 o'clock, time now for the KULF Traffic Watch, brought to you by Gulf Oil Company. To the Gulf Bird and Don Janacek.
Thank you, Joe. And first of all, you folks on Richmond Road, it won't be but about another minute today, folks. Don't get impatient. Just play it cool and you'll get home safely. For the Gulf Oil Company, makers of the new car gasoline that costs even less than Gulf regular, Gulf Tane Low Lead. This is Don Janacek in the Gulf Bird.
but nothing grows where Bambi goes. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, listen, I tell you, it's 3 minutes or so before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Why don't we see if we can't get a hold of Cousin Benny, or Benny, I don't know who, she's got to be somebody's cousin, right? Down at Sid Suit City. What's going on down at Sid's? Love grows, nobody goes where Bambi. Nothing grows where Bambi goes.
Sid Suit City, Benny speaking.
Hi, Benny, how are you?
Well, I couldn't be better.
Yeah?
And who is this, that dynamite disc jockey? Old Silverthroat and Golden Tonsils himself?
Well, that's right, Ben.
Well, how you doing, Jim?
Jim?
Isn't this Jim Tate?
Oh, Joe Bauer.
Oh, old aching adenoids. How you doing, Bowsy?
Ha.
Well, listen, Joe, Sid called from Honolulu.
Yeah?
He and Leo are going to be back sometime over the weekend. They said to say hello.
Good. You getting things ready for him down there,
Well,
huh?
they ain't going that well, Joe. Norman is pretty upset.
Who's Norman?
Well, Norman Claycher, a highly respected employee of Sid Suit City, Joe.
Norman Claycher?
Yeah, he's the guy that names all the special rooms here at Sid Suit City, you know.
Oh.
Somebody took the name off the Louis Welch room, you know?
Yeah?
And put up Fred Hoffman's name on the door.
Holy cow.
Well, listen, that got the old Norman pretty upset. I mean, he was really upset.
Why that upset?
Well, Joe, everybody knows it's not nice to fool Norman Claycher. Arrivederci.
You better get going.
Keep 'em flying.
Drink as much as you like, cause it goes with your diet. Drink as much as you like, cause it goes with your diet. Drink as much as you like, cause it goes with your diet.
And less than 1 calorie in a 16-ounce bottle. This is the one you've been waiting for.
Sugar-free.
Here's an important banking word from Central National Bank.
Convenience.
Central National Bank.
Travis at Gray, downtown.
Such a beautiful song. This is Après Toi. It's by Paul Moriarty. And Robert Knowlton will have all the latest in just a couple of minutes right here. KULF.
Lesson 5, Ron Stone School of News Comedy at 7:30. Well, thank you for listening, folks.
Howdy, neighbor.
Thank you, neighbor. How are you, neighbor?
This is the
Jim?
point,
This David Fowler.
Yeah, this is the point, David. If we were doing one of those type of TV newscasts, you would look at me as though you had never met me before and say, "Why, hi, Jim. How you doing?"
No. I do what that fellow on Channel 11 does with Ron. He says, "Hi, Stoney. Hi, Tatey.
Hi, Fowley.
Hi, Tatey. How are you, neighbor?
Fowley here,
folks,
I don't know.
friends. God love you.
Fry foul. I think one of the best lines, for instance, from the Ron Stone School of Comedy was when Bob Nicholas, one of his fellow newsmen, was stricken, and Ron came on and said, "Well, neighbors, medical science can do no more. He's lost the will to pay." And now, at 7:13, the KULF Traffic Watch brought to you by the Gulf Oil Company. Here's Don Janacek.
Okay, the freeway's looking real good. North Octane Low Lead, the new car gasoline that costs even less than Gulf regular. This is Don Janacek returning you to the Fowl and Tater Show.
Oh, something like that, right? 7:14, and Doug will be back in a little while to tell us what the late shows are going to be.
KULF Music. You nobody tell somebody yourself somebody to love.
Well, you're nobody till somebody loves you. 7:16, this is Jim Tate. Before I do this short little bit here so that we can wrap up our funsies with Channel 11, I want to say something, and I mean it in all sincerity. I'm not saying it so that you won't get the wrong idea or get mad or anything, but I've met Ron Stone several times, Doug Brown, too. I met Ron Franklin only once and briefly. But I happen to like these guys, which is why I kid around with them. I happen to like them very much, and I think they do a heck of a job, which is why I fool around like this. What else can I say? I had to do something. All right, now WAJ hockey here at 7:17 at KULF. Minnesota Fighting Saints 3, the Houston Aeros nothing. Minnesota's Wayne Conley scored first with a 25-footer going by Aero goalie Don McLeod, who was still saying, "Well, I didn't see it. It was just wanted to break the... Didn't do a thing." The New England Whalers 4, the Ottawa Nationals 2. Cleveland Crusaders 3, Quebec 1. The Winnipeg Jets, Bobby Hull, are hosting the Aeros tonight. NBA basketball. Phoenix Suns won 17. The 76ers back in their old form of losing. 102 was their score. In overtime, the Hawks down the Bulls of Chicago, 94-89 in Chicago. Portland Trail Blazers going to be here at Hoffman's tonight at 8 p.m. It's a BYOB, if you can get away with it, to meet the Rockets. College basketball. Brigham Young over Michigan, which is 13th ranked. 83-77. South Florida lost to 14th rated Memphis State 87-73, and Arizona beat Southern Cal, who was rated 15th, 71-69. Time here 7:18 exactly, right? 7:18 exactly.
And now I'd like to sing the potato anthem. Idaho, great American potato, sing your praise. The great American potato.
For baking, frying, or mashing, you can't beat genuine Idaho flavor. Idaho potatoes featured this week at Weingarten.
What if you ran an ad to sell your sofa and nobody came? You were left sitting there. Next time, the best job in town.
I'll buy that.
For buyers and sellers. Next time, be sure. Call Miss Classified at 224-6868 and get results.
It's 7:20 exactly. Temperature downtown 50. This is Jim Tate. Friday, the 8th of December, 1972. And you son of a gun, you're listening to KULF. Yeah, that's it.
Funny face, I love you. Funny face.
Kind of a lilting melody stays with you. Yes, so does a bad lunch. All right. Temperature is 50. Feels like 31 in here, but that's all right with me. 7:23. 30. Oh, I know where I got that. My brain is discombobulated. First of all, if you got up after 7 and turned us on, the whole thing that David was doing on a 7 o'clock news began with one quick line I did about the Round Stone School of Comedy, and that's how that whole thing started. David is also very close, very thick with Ron Stone. Was that it? You're very thick with Ron Stone? Or you said he got drunk one night and his speech was so thick you couldn't understand? Well, it was something like that. I can't quite understand. Anyhow, here's the musical score of this morning. Brahms 6, Beethoven 2.
Wrigley Spearmint gum, gum, gum. Wrigley Spearmint gum, gum, gum. Wrigley Spearmint gum. Carry the big fresh flavor wherever you go. White Spearmint gum, the big fresh flavor. Wrigley Spearmint gum.
Albert Berry Volkswagen proudly presents Alberta Berry.
That Albert is one sweet berry, and how he'll sell you a new...
Prices, huh?
Yeah, the price of berries is really low.
Albert Berry Volkswagen, 7025 Old Katy Road. Take the Washington exit north off Katy Freeway near Loop 610. Hard to find. Worth looking for.
Let me take a look at traffic here. Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I know it's out there, I can hear it, but fog precludes me saying anything. So therefore, here at 7:25 and 1/2 to be exact on KULF, it's Traffic Watch time brought to you by the Gulf Oil Company. Here's Don Janacek.
Thank you, Jim. And the traffic is getting very heavy, particularly on the Gulf Freeway, where the traffic is backed up from the Gulf Regular. Here's Private Jim Tate.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been demoted in this man's army, right? 7:26 and 1/2. Temperature 50 at KULF downtown. Very foggy in the Bayou City. Frank Sinatra and something for the season for you on a Friday.
Travis at Gray, downtown.
79 KULF, Houston.
Well, good morning. Your Cooper tire dealers all over the city present me. 7:30. This is David Fowler. You know, there are no good ones, but this one's really bad. Skyjacking. 6 hijackers were shot to death. 8 passengers were wounded. A mid-air shootout. It followed a grenade being detonated aboard a jetliner, the plane on its way from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia to Paris. Apollo 17, halfway to the moon. Everything's okay. Harry Truman. Terrible condition this morning, but the doctors note some improvement. And they now say there is reason for guarded optimism that former President Truman might recover. Former County Commissioner, Harris County, VV Red Ramsey, going to go on trial the 8th of January. Bribery charges, the voting machine chaos. You remember all of that. Okay, you will have sports. The Rice U Prez, Norman Hackerman. There's a good, tough name, Hackerman. Well, Hackerman says that he verbally gave the Owls head coach, Al Conover, a new 1-year contract. Nothing on paper. They just talked about it. However, could be a snag because Conover is still giving consideration to the head coaching job at Wake Forest. Happens to be Al's alma mater. And it was last night, Fighting Saints of Minnesota beat the Houston Aeros 3-0. Tonight,
Portland Trailblazers in town out at Hoffman's take on the Rockets, 8 o'clock. This KULF total information.
Cooper's rolling again with a brand new radial tire.
79 weather.
Foggy all morning, a lot of foggy dew to keep her from. The showers ought to be ending this afternoon. The high today is 72. Warmer tomorrow, 78 for Saturday, but a cold front tomorrow night. All that according to KULF Weather Center. Right now, winds northwest, 4 miles per hour. Relative humidity, 96%. And at KULF downtown, it's 50 degrees. This is David Fowler, been brought to you by your Cooper tire dealer.
Really?
And they are all over the city.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. 7:33. Now the KULF Traffic Watch brought to you by the Gulf Oil Company. And here's Don Janacek.
Thank you, Jim. And I was just happy to see one thing last month.
When you listen to Jim Tate on KULF.
You've got a friend in the morning. You've got a friend in the morning. You've got a friend in the morning. Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
Do you know people have said that I am corny? But now, give me an honest opinion. Yeah, you hear me. You hear the Jim Tate program in the morning, right? Would you say?
Well, I would tend to say you are a bit corny. Yes.
All right. Can I talk to someone else?
Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
When you listen to Jim Tate on KULF.
You've got a friend in the morning. Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
You know what I'm going to do this summer?
What's that?
This summer, I'm going to get in my car, right?
Yeah.
Drive down to Galveston. Go out onto Stewart Beach.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of girls down there.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell them I'm Jim Tate. And all the girls will flock away. Well, I fooled you on that one.
Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
Yes, Jim.
Sir, have I ever told you how much I appreciate being able to work here at KULF?
Well, we're certainly happy that you feel that way.
Feel what way?
Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
When you listen to Jim Tate on KULF.
You've got a friend in the morning. Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
KULF. Oh, the station is great. The music is fantastic, and the guys are just the greatest.
So obviously you listen to Jim Tate in the morning.
Take it or leave it.
Jim Tate, your friend in the morning.
Beginning on KULF, Monday, June the 5th, the Jim Tate Show answers the musical question,
oh, baby, where were you when they dumped it in the harbor? The tea in the harbor, the water turned a nasty color. Where were you, my dear, when they...
Whoops.
You had to be there. And it starts Monday, June the 5th.
History is very, very important. We should all know this country's history.
I think that's important, yeah.
That's why you had to be there. Premieres on the Jim Tate program Monday, June the 5th.
Is it June the 5th?
I don't know. I was ad-libbing. But we'll try it. Anyone with a calendar?
You had to be there.
It starts on the Jim Tate Show Monday, June 5th. I think. Now, I suppose at one time or another you have wondered what it would be like to turn back the hands of time. Well, Monday, June the 5th, history comes alive. Jim Tate starts a series of
You Had to Be There.
Gee whiz, Mr. Tate, I thought you were.
I am bound and determined, really,
I'm glad you have that kind of spirit, Jim Tate. You and Joe Bauer are going to be up in the air Saturday starting at about 10 o'clock or so as you open AstroWorld with the 2 balloons.
No, you didn't
free
let me finish.
float,
No,
free
you didn't let me
flight,
finish.
free what?
I am bound and determined to get out of this.
It's all arranged. KULF's great big balloon race between Jim Tate and Joe Bauer this Saturday, April 6th at AstroWorld, starting at 10 a.m. Be there. See Jim and Joe go. Register to win a Polaroid camera or a year's pass to AstroWorld.
Really don't want to do it. Unless I get paid extra. Do you have any information about these balloons that Joe Bauer managed to get for this balloon race Saturday from AstroWorld at 10 o'clock in the morning? I just want to know if these are the helium-type balloons.
I'm going to call a guy, and I'm challenging you to a balloon race.
Oh, all right, fella. If you can get 2 balloons together, you go ahead.
It's all arranged. KULF's great big balloon race between Jim Tate and Joe Bauer to see who can stay up longer. This Saturday, April 6th at AstroWorld, starting at 10 a.m. Be there. We need you. See Jim and Joe. Register to win a Polaroid camera or a year's pass to AstroWorld. In the event of rain or bad weather from a line 10 miles either side of Kankakee, Illinois, we'll try again on Sunday. Maybe.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, are you the fellow who did those posters about show and tell?
Yes, that is right. That is correct.
They say show and tell Tate and Fowler?
No, let me look at my order sheet.
Would you please check that out?
I do so many every day.
Yeah,
wait a minute, here it is.
Me doing the show and David
order
telling
from
the news.
KULF.
Right.
Toe and shell.
I see. There you go. Hold it. There is not toe and shell. It's show and tell.
All right, wait a minute. I'll correct that. Okay, there it is. Show and tell with Fate and Towler.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell.
All right, I'm going to explain show and tell to you one more time, and I want you.
I think I know what it is.
I don't think you know what it is.
Bring frogs onto your show.
No,
things like that.
Do you see what I mean? Now
Use
listen to
lunches
me.
and stuff.
No, wait, listen to me.
What is it?
Every morning at KULF, I do the show.
Yeah.
I'm Tate, and Dave Fowler tells what's going on. Now that's show and tell. Now,
I
that's
get
simple.
it. He brings the frogs.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell.
Something very nice and relaxing about arriving here at 5:15 in the morning, getting ready with David Fowler for show and tell.
You do start early on KULF, Jim.
Yes, we sure do.
Yes.
It's very early in the morning.
Yes, it is.
That's why I'm so tired all the time.
Yes, you are.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell.
Boy, Jim Tate. Boy, I really enjoy listening to you in the morning on KULF.
Thank you. Do you like David Fowler when he tells the news? I do the show.
I really enjoy listening to David Fowler when he tells the news.
Do you enjoy me more than David or David more than me?
And I really enjoy Gary Hoffman, boy. And I want to tell you, I really enjoy Ron
I'd like you to get out of here.
And I really enjoy everybody.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell.
Yeah, well, I know your dad. You know, he listens to KULF on the way to work every morning. You know, Tate and Fowler.
Oh, yeah, I listen to those guys all the time.
Really? Hey, I'm glad you listen every morning.
Oh, yeah, man, that David Fowler, God, he is funny. Man, that Jim Tate, man, he's good with the news, too.
Thanks a lot.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell.
That billboard that is up around town, the one that says show and tell Tate and Fowler, boy,
You mean
is
the
that apropos.
man on the horse with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth? That one?
No, not.
You mean the one with the kids all on the swing set with the sun setting in the background?
No, this is just
the girl. I
this
know
is kind
the
of a
lady
pretty
running
fuchsia
to the
background. No.
Show and tell with Tate and Fowler. Show and tell with KULF. Show and tell with Tate and Fowler.
KULF offers a Houstonian special.
KULF offers a Houstonian special.
A dream vacation in Spain.
A dream vacation in Spain.
$415.50 per person complete cost.
$415.50 per person.
The Minandao Hotel, Madrid.
The Minandao Hotel, Madrid.
Leaving March 18th.
March 18th.
8 days and 7 nights.
8 days and 7 nights.
And call KULF during business hours.
Call KULF during business hours.
Miss Jones.
Kiss me.
Mr. Flerbersher, really? After I answer the phone.
KULF is bullish on Spain. They said it couldn't be done. Couldn't be done. Couldn't be done.
But we do it. KULF Houstonian Special Dream Vacation to Madrid. $415.50 per person complete. Leaves March 18th. 8 days, 7 nights. Call KULF during business hours.
KULF is bullish on Spain.
KULF presents People to Like Music by
Jim,
Ron,
Gary,
Hal,
Bill,
Jim,
Jeff.
KULF. You know us. Now we'd like to know you on a first-name basis. All right, it's time for the company song, and here to do it are some of the guys on the air at KULF.
KULF.
Let's hear it now from the KULF secretaries. Kind of makes you wonder who should really be behind the microphone, doesn't it? We're KULF, people to like music by. Company songs we ain't so good at yet.
We interrupt the Ron Morgan radio program to bring you the following.
How old is he anyway today?
He's 47. 47.
Come in.
Yeah, I got a singing telegram here from Mr. Ron Morgan from Grosse Ile, Michigan. A 1 and a 2.
So, your mother wants that you should know to buckle up your shoes and shave that beard off, sweetheart. Happy birthday! From your loving mother in Michigan. To you!
That'll be $14.75, Mac.
You mean?
Yeah, she sent it collect.
Yeah, Ron Morgan, 9 to noon, is really people to like music by. What's that? Morgan, M-O-R-G-A-N.
Houston knows there's lots of radio shows, and in my mind remaining, when Ron Morgan's on the radio, you're gonna find it entertaining. You're gonna find it entertaining. You're gonna find it entertaining. On KULF.
Electric roller rides. For your own safety, please remain seated throughout the entire ride. Hold on to any all loose articles, especially hats. First this package to the camera, and keep your arms, legs, hands, feet, and elbows inside the cars at all times. Thank you. We hope you'll enjoy your ride.
Here we go. Hold it. Gotta go through this bump. Oh, yeah. Well, now, folks, I think that's fun when you're having a good time. See how it flies. There seems to be something about a roller ride that makes people scream. I have never been one, of course, myself, to scream. I have put it. Hey, look out! Hey, let's move my train out here. I'm in a hurry. Well, there's only one thing that I can say. Will this never end? Is there no end in sight? Oh,
You never get used to it. It doesn't get old to you. It just gets more hurtful, you know? Why is it? I couldn't hear you. We're on a radio.
Jim Tate, you have now ridden an electric roller ride more than any other human being on the face of the earth.
I know that. I'm well aware of it. And these are not tears of joy. They're not tears of anguish. But nobody will let me off. Don't just stand there holding a microphone, Dumbo. Help me.